So I've been watching some videos on rutabagas and how to do stuff with them. And in the video, they cut off the bottom and they cut off the top. And then what they do is, I'm not going to be able to do it at an angle where you can watch. Yep, they peel down from the top. Peel down from the top. Peel down from the top. This one's a little bit awkward. Kind of dips in here, so. Go a little further down on the ones I've already been. Got this little piece here I want to get off. Okay. Now, these dogs come running when they hear me say the letters when I put them together and they say the word O and K. They come running because they think that means something is happening, because that's usually my word that I give them for whatever it is I'm giving them. So anyway, I'm going to continue to peel this booger, but I don't want to eat up all my time on my camera. So, just because the editing app only lets me have like less than 30-minute videos. It's weird. Sometimes it'll do it, and then sometimes it won't let me have less. It won't let me do a 15-minute video. It's really kind of annoying, but you know, it was free, and I don't have to pay some monthly fee. And I've done some research on it, and even the paid version does that. Like no rhyme or reason, just all of a sudden it won't upload your video after you've worked hard on editing it. If you know of a good video editing app that lets you do longer than 30 minutes, that's not a pay one, let me know, because I am happy to expand my horizon. So now for this jicama, I'm going to cut it in half, if possible. It's pretty dense. Like the, look at me, I called it a jicama. So if I've been saying jicama, it's not. It's a Swede, a rutabaga. It's not a jicama, y'all. So if I've been calling it the wrong thing, sorry. I'm going to do little, actually first I'm going to cut it this way. So it's not quite as big of slices. And then I'm going to do little slices that I can fry. I watched one lady, I'm telling you, there's a lot of things people are doing with this. I saw one lady, she took it and she shredded it, kind of like a cabbage or whatever, zucchini. She shredded it, and then she turned it into, mixed it with some cheese and made it like a hash brown. So you could do that. You could, hey, I wonder if my slicer, hold on y'all. All right, we're going to see if I can do this. Well, gotta wash that off. That was on the floor. Maybe, cut, if I use the thing I'm supposed to use. I'm doing it the wrong direction for my hand because I was trying to show you all, hey, those are pretty good little even slices. I got to do it, let me try it this way because I'm right-handed. You kind of need that extra second push in order to get there. Okay. Alrighty then. I'm gonna just eat this one. I'm gonna do this one. I'm gonna give it a flat surface for my little slicer thingy. This mandolin is very old. So it requires a lot of manhandling and patience. But it's working. It's working, that's what counts. Nope, I guess that, well, maybe. Alright, that's the end of that. I'm getting a good pile. And because of that, I probably should go back over to the skillet and put some of this in. Alright, so let's move. Let's try this amount. Not get too carried away. And see how that works. And I'll kind of stir them around every 3-4 minutes. And we'll see how it turns out. Timer, 1, 2, 3. All right, I'll stir them up every 3 minutes. All right, 3 minutes later. Just kind of flip them. Mix them up in there. I'm just going to kind of keep stirring them around until they get to the color that I'm comfortable with. So Rutabaga, it's like a very, very, very mild jicama. I mean, turnip. It's got a little sweet flavor to it. It's not the same texture as jicama. Like a turnip, I think. And like it cooked. Whenever you know how I roasted the jicama, it still had that crunchiness. This doesn't do that. So, like I said, it's kind of like a sweet turnipy flavor, but not that strong peppery bite that you get from a turnip. All right, let's see. These are almost done, so let me get something to put them in. Whoop, hold up, my water's boiling over back here. Ooh. Turn it down a little bit. I want it to keep boiling, just not boil over. Okay, yeah. Where did I put it here? Okay, so these fried swede, I'm going to put it right in here so it can kind of drain off a little of that excess rendered bacon grease. So I'm going to put it in here and then we'll taste test it in a little bit. I'm going to fry up the rest of it. Look. You know, I've seen them do stuff like this with potatoes. I don't know what all they put in it, you know, but I did this just so I could store it. And then I'll put some in here. But you could even do something like that. And whatever they do with potatoes. I should look and see. Okay, let's taste one of these fried rutabaga. That's good. It's good. Doesn't have the bite of the turnips. I can stand here and eat this whole thing. Yeah. Y'all, that's a good substitute. I got to pay attention because the other's going to burn, but that's a good potato substitute. Man. So what I've got going on over here, I'm going to zero it out. I'm pretty sure this was 200 grams of the rutabaga. And I'm going to use the Crave, which is a creamy nutritional yeast garlic onion. And I'm going to make something, in my mind, kind of like a, what do you call that stuff? Not, oh my gosh, hang on. Au gratin, like an au gratin type thing. So I'm going to line them up. I'm going to do, I don't know, a couple layers deep. Let me get a spoon. Yeah, I'll just dump a little bit in my hand. So then I'm going to use this and sprinkle it over it. Just to give it some flavor in between and a little salt. And I'll use a little bit of no salt in between. And I'm going to use another layer. And then when it's all layered up, I'll figure, I don't know, I might just leave it at that, but just kind of as a, because I know like, oh, wait. I know like with au gratin and scallop potatoes, things like that, you, there's cream and cheese and stuff like that involved. But I don't want those extra calories. So, and this is 2 servings because based on what I put in my chronometer, I have 400 grams. I have 400 grams. Uh-oh, got a little wild with it. Now hang on, I got to stir the fried potatoes, or fried rutabaga. Listen, people. We know I can't remember words on the fly. So as I say turnip and potato and who knows what else I'm going to say, just remember it's not that, it's rutabaga. Now what I am going to do is I'm going to stir this up a little bit because I got some of them more covered than others with that seasoning. And this way I'll kind of stir it up a little bit better. So I'm messing up all those pretty layers, but that's okay because I seasoned each layer. So now, I've got the oven at 350. I don't know what temperature you bake au gratin and stuff at. What I am going to do, hang on, just to give it a little bit of creamy and liquid in there. If you remember a while ago, I had, that's seasoning and not mold. No, that's not mold. It's been in the freezer. No. Sorry, I freaked myself out there a little bit. This is a chicken broth that I had made. And I've always made my chicken with seasoning, like a herb seasoning, so I freaked myself out. So this is still kind of gelatinous. But I got this out for the for my soup because I'm going to add some to my rutabaga soup. Alright, so anyway, so I'm going to put that in there. And if you remember, I froze some heavy cream. These are just 1 tablespoon worth of heavy cream. So I'm going to put 2 in there. I'll put 1 over here and 1 over here. And then that'll put just a little bit of liquid in there as it cooks. So, and I planned on using some of these for my rutabaga soup also. So what we'll have to remember is, for calories, this is 2 servings, so 400 grams of rutabaga, so 200 and 200, and then it will be 1 tablespoon of heavy cream in each serving. So this is why I don't particularly love changing foods, because you got to think. So anyway, I'm going to put this in the oven. It's at 350. Where did my lid go? I'm going to put a lid on it while it bakes. We'll check it in a little while. All right, the skillet fried rutabaga is done. So I will let this cool, and then I'll put it in 200 grams. So quick question. My cutting board, I got on Amazon, I don't know, maybe a year or so ago. I have no idea when. But to clean it, being wood, I just use some Dawn and a scrubby thing. What do you clean your cutting board with? Like, do you wipe it off with bleach wipes? Do you use soap and water? Do you just wipe it off with something dry? How do you clean this so that way you can put it up and use it again next time? Like, what is your method for cleaning your cutting board? I just want to make sure I want it to last me a long time, so I want to make sure I'm doing the right thing. And after I wash it, I just let it air dry. Should I be doing anything like, I don't know, I guess I'm used to cast iron and oiling up my cast iron when I'm done. Do you have to do anything special to cutting boards, wood cutting boards, when you're done cleaning them? We got 3 servings of the pan-fried rutabaga. So I'm going to put an R on the lid so I know what to plug into my tracker app. R. I'm going to get these lids on it. Okay, so the potato, the all gratin style rutabaga has been in the oven for 30 minutes. So let's take a look at it and see what we think. I don't feel like if I could do this without burning myself. Probably was not necessary to put the lid on, but you know, I'm extra sometimes. I'm gonna give it a little stir. I think I'm gonna leave the lid off now and put it back in. And then actually, I'm gonna put a little cheese on it. Hang on. So I've got, this is 1 whole serving. So it'll be a half serving, because this is gonna make 2. So it'll be a half serving of cheese to each serving of the au gratin style rutabaga. So I'm gonna put it, I'll turn it up to about 400 to let it brown a little bit. And I'll do it for, I don't know, I'll set it timer for, I'll do 7 minutes and see what happens. And I'll come back and show you. Scalloped rutabaga. Ooh, now that, look at that. Doesn't that look pretty? I'm going to set that back here. Yeah, turn off the oven. I'm going to set that back here and just let it cool down. We know what all's in it, so I'll divide it by 2, and that'll be good. So in the meantime, I'm going to get back to the soup. So now I'm going to serve up the rutabaga, the au gratin rutabaga. Actually, oh, I didn't need a dirty, clean one. I'll just kind of go right down the middle of it. There's one of them. And then I'll do the other one. Gonna be so good. I'm gonna let it cool a little more in this container. That's how it looks. I'll let it cool a minute and then I'll show you how good it is. Okay, let's taste this gratin rutabaga. That's good. I'm telling you. If you can get rutabaga, you need to try rutabaga. Amazing, man. This is an amazing vegetable.